Superhero.
Welcome, lovely listeners. You're listening to Youth Vibes with your host, Aaliyah. And
Nathaniel.
this week, we're going to be talking about emotions. As teenagers, we go through, like, some of us have, not even just teenagers, but like as humans itself, like some of us have difficulty expressing ourselves or understanding our emotions, or really even just know what is going on with us. So, today we're going to talk about emotions. So, but what is an emotion? Like, what exactly is an emotion?
An emotion is a strong feeling deriving from one's circumstances, mood, relationship with others.
Okay. Yeah, basically.
Mm?
So, it's basically, something happens and you just get a feeling about it. It's just a feeling you get from what happens around you, basically.
Mm-hmm.
So, so of course, you have different emotions, like a wide variety of emotions, but we're not going to talk about all of them today. We've just selected what, 4 or 5 of them,
Mm-hmm.
and we're going to say we're just going to talk about it today. So some of the emotions that are there, you have happiness, anger, sadness, fear, disgust, anxiety, gratitude, boredom, envy, and the list goes on and on.
I didn't even know boredom was an emotion.
I mean, you feel bored. So it makes sense. It makes sense. But this week we're starting with happiness. Are you a happy person, Nathaniel?
I'm not sad, and but then again, I'm not all that happy all the time. So I would say like I'm melancholy.
Okay, okay.
What
So you
about you?
just chill.
Yeah.
I've been told I'm always happy or preppy or chirpy. I don't know. I've told this story on the program once before where what was going on? I think it was some exams or something like that, or I had a test that day, and I guess it didn't go well or as good as I wanted it to go.
Mm-hmm.
And I was walking down the hill. School had ended, and I was walking down the hill to go to my bus. And my friend, whose mom picks her up, this was when I was at Hilda's, by the way. My friend's mom, who picks her up, was like, "Oh my God, why Ayla looks like that?" She was like, "Ayla always looks so happy and chirpy. Something bad really happens when Ayla looks so sad." So yeah, and apparently I walk around with like this constant smile on my face as
It's
well.
true, because every time I see you, you're either smiling or you're
Oh my
laughing
gosh.
about something.
One of my friends, um, he was basically saying that one of his other friends that he saw walking up some stairs. No, this is at York Castle. Walking up some stairs, he was like, "Oh my God, why she look so happy?" And then one of our other friends was like, "What do you mean? That's what Ayla look all the time." And I was like, "No, Ayla is a different case. Ayla just always happy." But I don't know. Maybe I'm always happy. I don't know. I'm not always happy, but apparently most times I'm happy. But um to put a definition, but not really a definition, to happiness, it's basically a pleasant emotional state. Um like when you feel content, or when you're kind of overwhelmed with joy or gratification or even satisfaction, or you just feel good. Just
Mm-hmm.
feel good about yourself, basically. And when you're happy, how do you express it? Well, this is pretty obvious, but like, how do you express your happiness?
I have to actually sit down and think about this one.
What?
I mean, like, I don't know how to explain it, but I guess I smile about it and be grateful.
Okay. Okay, same then. Like, you can acknowledge that somebody is happy through either the facial expressions, their body language, or the tone of voice. Facial expressions is pretty obvious, like smiling.
Yeah,
And then for me particularly, it's kind of hard to hide when I'm happy because
your dimples.
my dimples. So I might not be like super happy, but the slightest grin or smirk or something, and my dimples just expose me. So life goes. Body language, you just seem relaxed. You're not tense.
You have a
You're not
relaxed
tense or
posture.
worried or anything. And then tone of voice. I guess I sound happy right now. Do I sound happy, listeners? I think I sound happy enough.
When somebody's happy, I think they have like their voice becomes high pitched.
Yeah, or more upbeat,
Yeah.
Like, yeah. You also have sadness, which is also pretty self-explanatory. Well, not self-explanatory, but everybody knows sadness. Basically, the opposite of happiness, where you're just there, like you're not, like you're probably disappointed or you feel helpless or disinterested in whatever is going on. Your mood is just, you just have a dampened mood.
Speaking about all of this, it reminded me of this one Pixar movie. I don't remember what it's named.
Oh, I know was it Pixar?
Yeah, it's Pixar.
Inside Out?
Yeah,
With all
Inside
the
Out.
emotions in that one girl, yes. I was thinking about it when we chose the topic, I bet our listeners caught on to that before you did.
Oh, wow. I wouldn't be surprised if they did.
But yeah, that one, it's an animated movie.
Yeah.
Is it Pixar though? Anyways, but the girl, and you can see inside her mind and all the emotions that she's going through. So there was anger, happiness,
Sadness
fear,
and fear.
and I think that was sadness, the blue one, the little cute blue one. But yeah. So sadness, the cute little blue one. Do you believe that you get sad often?
Well, really and truly, I can't tell you the last time I was sad. Well, actually, no, that was last year, January. That was actually the last time I was sad. Yeah.
Like, it doesn't have to really be like this overwhelming sadness, but like something happens and you'll be like, oh my god, that's so sad. Nothing?
No, that was last week. That was last year, January.
Last year, January.
Mhm. I've said this on the program before. I'm the type of person that takes it as it comes. Like,
Oh, like something happens and
it is what it is.
oh, okay. Okay. I guess I'll just leave that right there. But in some cases you have depression. I think we did a program on depression before.
Yeah,
where
we
you
did.
have like where you'll have a prolonged periods of sadness
Mhm.
that can turn into depression. But how do you like express yourself when you're sad on those rare occasions? Do you cry?
No. Well, the last time I cried was again last year, January.
But you don't mean like January 2022, but January 2021? Not
No,
this year.
I
Not
said
January
last
we're
year, not
just
this
gone.
year.
That's so long ago.
Yeah,
Is that healthy?
I have no clue, but
That can't be healthy. I don't like you don't watch a sad movie or something and you're like, oh my gosh.
I mean, like, no.
Have you watched The Boy in the Striped Pajamas?
No, I haven't watched it.
Oh, because that would make you cry. Like you don't have like a favorite show. Oh, okay. Friends. You watch Friends?
Sometimes.
No? Oh boy, I can't use that example then. I am concerned. I'm officially concerned.
The look on Alia's face is.
No, but like that's over a year ago. That's a year and what? 5, 6 months? I don't know. I don't know what month we are at right now. But oh well.
You know what's funny though? Like, most of my female friends, they cry almost on the daily. Like, I called one of them yesterday and they were crying.
I cry often, but it's not like a daily thing. I didn't cry for like a month and I was concerned about what's going on with me. Because personally I cry often enough. if I'm stressed or angry or something, I cry. It's
Yeah.
just how I express certain emotions by crying.
You know, I'm the one that's supposed to be concerned about you.
But me, no, I think that's healthy. That's healthy, right? Yeah, that's healthy.
That's healthy.
It shows I know how to express myself. But anyways, other than crying, you have other ways to express your sadness. So you have, you look kind of droopy. Yeah, I think that's the word. Where
Yeah.
your mood is just dampened. You have where you kind of seclude yourself, so you're quieter than usual, and you withdraw from others, so you don't let your sadness affect them. So yeah, so guys, we're going to take a break right here, and when we get back, we're going to continue about on sadness for a little while longer, and then we'll move on to the other emotions.
Okay. You have a 2 minutes break.
Wait, I didn't hear the click.
I
It
heard it
clicked.
click.
Oh. I normally hear the clicking.
I thought we'd have a 2 minutes break.
Where you
Drink
go?
some water.
Where?
Upstairs.
Hey, carry one for me too, please.
What is going on?
I confuse.
Go ahead, let's go, Nathaniel.
Aaliyah, can you carry a glass of water for me too, please?
Sure.
Thank you.
Close back the door, quick. I don't want a noise in here. Close back the door.
Laura.
Is crying once a month healthy?
Emotions. Just emotions.
Pastor, you're live. Pastor's live. Behind the scenes. Oh.
Emotions.
I'll just stay right here, so.
Go back into the shop. Go back into the shop, please.
Go back in.
Is crying often healthy? Research has found that it is. Huh. Well, look at that. It is healthy.
What?
Crying often.
Ada, come on with the phone.
It's Pastor. Thank you.
$30 seconds. Ready?
Yes, sir.
Ready, yeah?
Wait, not us yet. 1 sec.
Yeah. Yes. Uh-huh.
I'm
Yes.
ready.
Mhm.
Welcome back, lovely listeners. Welcome back. You're listening to Youth Vibes with your hosts, Aaliyah and
Nathaniel.
this week we are talking about emotions. So earlier we spoke about happiness and sadness. And we found out that Nathaniel probably needs some therapy. Um, but some persons, like when sadness for them, sadness for some people to can often lead people to engage in coping mechanisms such as avoiding other people. Some persons, when they're sad, they also
Self meditate.
I don't think you need the self. They meditate, like they just sit and think, I guess. Some persons listen to music.
Like me.
Wait. So last year,
Uh,
over a year ago, when you were sad, you just listened to music.
I mean, like, yeah.
So you haven't listened to sad music since?
Oh no, I listened to that like last night. I mean, I don't necessarily listen to it alone when I'm sad. Like, I listen to it whenever I feel like it. It's catchy.
Okay, I get that because I listen to to some artists. Not since recent, but I used to listen to some artists. I wouldn't listen to it to make myself sad, but just because the tone and everything, like just put on a little Adele and just like, yeah, Adele, I feel you, but I don't feel you. But yes, some persons also, like, sometimes they just meditate on the negative thoughts to make themselves more sad. I know people who do that where like they're sad and they just be like, okay, I don't want to feel better about myself, so let me just dwell on all the negatives that have been happening in my life and listen to some sad music.
Okay, I feel okay, I have a question. Doesn't everybody do that? Like, doesn't everybody just think about the bad stuff when they're sad? Or they try to think about good stuff to help cheer them up?
I don't remember. I really don't know. For me, when was the last time I was sad? What happened the last? When I'm sad, let me tell you. When I'm sad, I don't necessarily think about the bad things, but I try and figure out what exactly is happening to me, because most times when I'm crying or sad, like I have an idea of why I'm crying,
Mm-hmm.
but I try and figure out why exactly I'm crying about that. And then I try and come up with solutions, or if I can't find any solution, I get so or I listen to gospel music to try and fix myself, I guess.
I see.
Yeah. Or I rant to people. When I'm sad or when something happens, I rant, and by the end of my rant, I'm good to go.
You know, I don't understand how people rant to other people like that. Like, I have close friends that I'm okay with sharing certain stuff, well, sharing things about
Yeah.
too. And like, but I don't understand how I can't burden people with my problems like that. I don't like doing it.
It's not like I'm expecting them to like feel my pain or something, but just having somebody to talk to. Sometimes I don't even talk to actual people. Sometimes like Garfield or Bob, my cats, will be in the room, and I'm there bawling my eyes out, and they're like trying to cheer me up, or so, I don't know. And I just
Cat lady
rant
right
to
here.
them, and I feel better after that. But you see, at the same time, while you might have your pets or your stuffed animals that you feel comfortable talking to, at the same time, you should be able to have that person that you trust enough or you're confident enough in to tell your problems. Or if anything, you just pray about it.
Hmm.
You can pray, rant, pray. Just rant to God, basically.
I mean, like, I do it sometimes, but I mostly used to do that when I was a kid. Like, when I was younger, I used to just sit there and just speak to God and be like, I don't like how this happened to me, and then this go happen, and certain stuff
You
like
should
that.
still do that. I still do that.
I mean, I do it like once in a while when I don't feel like burdening other people.
Oh. Let me tell you though, like, yeah, I have different people that I would go to with different things.
Mhm.
Like even my best friend, we've been best friends for like what 5 6 years now. So of course, I trust her. Like I trust her enough to go to her with most of my problems. I'm not expecting her to give me solutions or to help cheer me up or anything, but just for her to listen and let me know that she is listening.
Mhm.
And I just rant and that's it. I'm good to go right after. That's it. So another the other emotion we're going to talk about this week, today, is fear. What do you fear?
Well, you see, I fear many things. I'm a man of many fears.
Really?
Yes. Well, I'm not a man, I'm a boy. But I have.
I'm glad you know.
Oh, wow.
Of many fears, like
One, I fear of not amounting to anything in life.
you fear failure?
No, not really.
Not
I
fear failure, but just
but like, if I don't want to not do I want to do something and leave an impact, and I wouldn't like if I just died and I didn't leave an impact. I'm
Oh.
scared of that.
Okay, I get you.
And then there's spiders.
Spiders.
Yes.
I used to catch spiders.
What?
Listeners, there is this spider outside, like somewhere outside my window. It's not like really close to the room or anything, and I literally named the spider
I'm gonna
Lenny.
burn it.
No, that's my bestie we're talking about here. If I could, I would rant to my spider as well. That's my pet. That's my spider. Okay, so fear is a powerful emotion that can also play an important role in survival, because when you see that you're in some sort of danger, or whenever you experience fear, you go through what is known as the fight or flight response.
I'm a flight.
So it's either you stay and you fight what is making you scared,
I'm
or you
good,
just
bro.
be like, okay, I'm gonna head out. But yes, so Nathaniel mentioned that you're scared of insects.
Yeah, I'm scared of
Or
spiders.
just spiders.
I mean, like, just spiders.
Just spiders,
Yeah.
you sure?
Yes.
Okay. For me, I don't know. I don't know what I'm afraid of. I guess when it happens, it happens. But the other day, I think it was, when did I have exam? Yes, some recent time. I was with a friend, and I think I'm telling the story wrong, but there was either a lizard or a wasp, and I was like, "Oh my god, a lizard!" If it was a wasp, I would have been like, "Oh my god, hi Jeffrey," because I call all wasps
What?
Jeffrey. I name any little thing I see. So, anyways, so I was like, "Oh my god, hi," to the whatever animal or insect it was, and my friend was like, most girls would be like screaming or running away from the the insect, and you're here telling it hi. And like it really got me thinking, and I'm like, I'm not really scared of stuff like that, but at the same time, I know my limits. I know that, if I see something that will possibly kill me, like if I see a 40 leg running through here, I'm not going to act all extra and jump up on the table or the chair or anything like that. I'll be like, oh my God, there's a 40 leg right there. Probably get somebody to get rid of it. I will not kill it myself.
Why?
I would cry while killing it. I did that with a roach once. That's not the point though. But if I see something, I'm not going to scream or act all whatever. I will let it go its way. Or if it's a 40 leg, I'll probably call my dad to kill it or something. But let it go its way. If it's not seeing me, I'll act like I don't see it either, and then we'll move on with our lives.
I'm concerned. Like, it's supposed to go bite it later.
I don't know. Just get out of its way or make sure that it's far away from me.
I see.
Yeah.
I was on a call the other day with one of my friends, and I told him, if you plan on taking me camping, we're not doing it in the middle of the woods, because if I hear a sound, I'm out. I'm leaving. I'm done. I'm done. I'm
Oh my
gone.
god. You're such a scaredy cat.
No. No, I have sense. That's what
No,
I
but
have.
that's different though. Like, no.
No, like my friend said he would probably go check it out depending on how loud the sound is. No,
Oh no.
like, all right. Say you hear something like something break or something like that in the woods or something like that, or
The woods.
bush, whatever you want to call it. I'm gone. I'm not staying there to go check it out.
It's probably just some wild animal. But you know,
That make it
some people,
worse.
you know, some people actually seek out fear
Adrenaline junkies.
provoking situations. Like, take for example the people that do extreme sports or other things that will give you that level of thrill.
Adrenaline junkies.
Yes. It's like, would you go skydiving?
Oh yeah.
Okay, same. Bungee jumping and stuff like that.
Bungee jumping, no, I don't trust bungee jumping at
Or are
all.
you scared like the rope will snap or something?
Yes.
Oh, okay. But what if you go skydiving and your parachute just doesn't open?
Oh, there's going to be other people with me, so I can hold on to them.
Okay. I see you have this all planned out. But yes, like some people actually seem to thrive or enjoy fear. But that's not the point. Also, you know how some people like they have such extreme fears that they do exposure therapy where they get exposed to what is making them scared, like repeated exposure to the fear object or situation
Mhm.
that will make them familiar enough with it and let it know that it won't necessarily kill them, and that will basically reduce their fear. So listeners, we now know that Nathaniel needs some exposure therapy for his spider thingy.
No.
You'll be fine. But listeners, we're going to take a break right now, and when we get back, we're going to talk about anger.
What about the fear that you're live right now on YouTube and Facebook and the whole world is watching you?
But I gave up on that fear like a while ago.
You're just finding out, right?
I'm not going to tell him if I fix me here.
I think you guys look so cute.
My shirt isn't even appropriate for this.
Your shirt.
They're seeing that too.
What?
So every comment you're making right now is on Facebook.
Let me just.
So cute. It's so cute. They come and say, you guys know that you're on YouTube. I say yes. I'm going to end on the copy there.
Okay, so when I went out and I came back in,
No,
That's
then-
why your dad said you to emotions. That's why your dad said you had to close the door.
No, I checked my phone and I saw the notification on.
I knew something was up when you told us to sit so close.
Are you ready, guys?
Okay, ready?
Yeah, so no. All right, 1, 2.
Welcome back, lovely listeners. Welcome back. You're listening to Youth Vibes with your host, Aaliyah, and
Nathaniel.
Nathaniel is mocking the listeners. This week we are talking about this week we're talking about emotions. Just now we spoke about fear, and our technical director here revealed to us that we're live on YouTube right now, and that, you know, on Facebook, sorry, and YouTube and Facebook, and that kind of, spiked a little anxiety. Apparently Nathaniel knew and didn't think to tell me.
I mean, like, you came at a time that I couldn't tell you, so
It doesn't matter. It's fine. But yes, now we're going to speak about anger. Don't worry, I'm not angry. So yes.
yeah, so I won't get hurt.
So we're going to talk about anger right now. So anger is basically that powerful emotion, powerful for most people, that powerful emotion characterized by feelings of hostility, agitation, frustration, and all those works. Like you feel to attack somebody, and you just want to hurt somebody or something, or yourself, because some people get really angry with themselves. But yeah.
Yes, that is true. The other day, I was in math class, and there are these troublemakers. They like troubling people, and that day I wasn't really feeling it because I was irritated because we had a test. We had a test that day, and I wasn't really prepared for it, but I did prepare for it.
I know those ways.
So like he started troubling me, like he grabbed the back of my shirt and pulled it, then walked away, then he walked past again and then dropped my bag on the ground. I grabbed him by the collar and said, pick it up and don't ever touch me again. I was ready to punch him too.
Me checking if your mom is listening to this right now. you, I don't even know what to say right now.
Like, it's the fact that he likes troubling my best friend too, and I keep on telling him to stop before I report him to the principal. He keeps doing it, and
I think you should still report him though. It's giving bully.
No, I'm going to report him, and if the principal doesn't do anything about it too, well, I'm not really going to do anything to get myself in trouble because of him, because he's not worth my time.
But still, that's bullying. That's no. I get why you're angry though, but at the same time, control yourself. Don't go fighting anybody now.
I'm not going to fight because I don't even know if I can fight.
Oh, okay, so some persons, like when they're angry, you can realize through their facial expressions where they'll like frown or glare, or like you just see them like that death stare,
Speaking of that, that reminded me of a few times when I used to go to retreat, and there was this one boy, let's call him Bob.
No,
all right, Tom.
Yeah.
And like he was a troublemaker, a big troublemaker, and one day he did something, and a teacher called his grandmother, and the grandmother beat him, and like he was standing. I don't even know how he stood. He was
and then they're breathing hard, and their head is slightly tilted downwards, and their eyes are on the top of their heads, and they're like
I was laughing.
I have two cousins who do that whenever they're angry or whenever they get into trouble. Or if my older cousins would kind of tease them, and they would get so angry and like puff up, and they would be like sweating. It was the funniest thing. But yes, that's a body language that you know when somebody is angry. You can also tell by the tone of voice. Like if they're angry, they would probably yell at you. Like if people are angry, when I'm angry, I yell sometimes. When was it? Yesterday morning, I had an exam and I wasn't fully prepared. I had one topic left to study that I planned to study on the bus. And we left the house late. We left out late, and I thought to just like blame my mom about it. No, worry, I apologized to her about it. And we were walking up, and one of my friends, I had called her and told her that I was running late and asked if she could ask the bus driver to wait for me. And she called back and told me that the bus already left.
Uh-huh.
And then my mom, she was walking behind me because I was walking really fast. And she was like, "Is that the bus?" I was like, "Mommy, the bus gone." Like I fully just shouted at her. I was like, "Mommy, the bus gone." And then I stormed off. Like I just quickened my pace. And I just hopped on another bus that happened to be passing at the same time.
Mhm.
And while I was on the bus, I felt so bad. And I was like, "Oh my God, I yelled at mommy." But when I apologized, she was like, she didn't even realize that I yelled, that I was even like angry like that. But at the same time, yeah.
Oh, I have another story time for you. Um, this was when I was like 12 or so, and my cousin, I love her, but she irritated
Oh
me
my God.
badly. And she won today again. I wasn't feeling it. Don't even know what happened, why I was so upset. But she started teasing me and troubling me about something. I don't even remember what it was about. It was about something small. I can tell you that much. And then like I got so upset about it too that I didn't even realize that I was about to punch her. I was in front of my uncle and two of my aunts when I
Oh,
did
wow.
this. My fist was like centimeters from her face, and I'm I do not have an anger problem. I can
Listeners,
control my anger.
listeners, so from this one program, we found out that Nathaniel needs therapy because he hasn't cried in over a year, or he hasn't been sad in over a year. He's afraid of spiders, so he needs some exposure therapy there as well.
No,
And he needs some anger management classes.
I don't need no anger management. I'm fine.
You sure about that?
Yeah.
So far, you've attacked one of your classmates and you've almost punched your cousin. This doesn't sound safe. I would distance myself right now.
I mean, you haven't done anything.
Okay. Just making sure. But here is another display of anger through aggressive behaviors.
Oh shoot, thinking about it, there's another time too.
You know what? You can conceal
I'm
that
going
one.
to keep
Don't
that to
expose
myself.
yourself anymore.
I'm not.
No need to expose yourself anymore. But for me, I don't attack people like you do. Like I don't physically attack people like you do.
You emotionally attack me though.
Not really. But the thing is, like, this was a few years ago. I believe I've spoken about this as well. Where I wanted to visit my best friend. This was, when did she migrate? I don't even remember. But she migrated and I wanted to visit her that Christmas. I was saving for it and everything. And I was talking to my mom and I was so excited about this. And she had me believing that, yeah, that Christmas I was going to Brianna's. Only for me to sit down one night to plan out everything that would happen, for her to tell me, "Oh, Aaliyah, I don't think it's going to work out for this year."
Oh gosh.
When I tell you, I stormed off, I slammed the door and I kicked down my fan. My fan is still severely injured as a result of that kick.
Wait, hold on. Didn't you attack your little brother once?
I've spoken about that too many times. But that's not different. Still anger, but we won't speak about that. But yeah, kicked my fan and everything, and I cried myself to sleep, and then I ranted the next day to Brianna. So yeah. So that's also how I deal with anger, by ranting. So I deal with sadness and anger by ranting. It helps. It helps me. I'm not sure if it will help the rest of our listeners, but it helps me.
You know, I just realized that sadness can turn into anger.
Yes. And anger can turn into sadness, I believe.
Yeah, it's vice versa.
Yeah, because I realized that when when I'm angry, like it's like I don't really know what to do. I don't know what to do because I know that if I act out, I will regret it later. Like what happened with my mom, where I yelled at her and I was basically so concerned that I could barely study on the bus that morning. But yes, like when I'm angry, I don't want. I try to control myself because I know I don't want to do anything that will cause me to anything that I will regret later. So I probably most times I seclude myself. Like I just be by myself and I just bawl my eyes out. Basically.
You know, we in my HFLE class about 2 weeks ago we were talking about self-control, and I would like to say I can control myself in certain situations.
You believe that? Sorry. You would know.
And like it's good to have self-control. It's good to think about like what will happen,
Yeah.
seeing the consequences of your actions before they actually happen, if that makes
Yes, I
sense.
get you.
Yeah. And then like think how about think about what your parents would think.
Yeah, because you don't want to disappoint them. That's the same with me. Like, I always think, oh, if I do this, what will my parents think if they find out or something, you know? But listeners, we're wrapping up right now, and just to kind of close off this segment, I want to put the question out there. What emotion do you believe that you have the most trouble expressing? Go ahead, Nathaniel.
I would say that would have to be anger.
Oh, we know this. I just wanted to admit it, you know?
Oh, wow.
So now he's taken what? No, the first step is denial, right? Now you moved on to acceptance of. No, that's the last one, right? Get your anger management classes.
You know, son.
But yeah, for me, it would probably, we didn't speak about these, but it would probably be showing appreciation or gratitude, because while I will say thanks, or while I will look thankful, appreciative, at the same time, I feel like I could say or do more. I'm not sure if it's just me or maybe I actually can't do or say more. But if somebody does something for me or gives me something, I'll be like, oh my God, thank you. I just feel like there's so much more that I should do.
No, I can relate to that.
So, okay. It's not just me then. What emotion do you believe you express the best?
It's got to be happiness, of course.
Same. Sometimes I wish I didn't express it so often. But yes.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with being happy.
True. That's true. Listeners, be happy. That is it for this week's program. That is it. Thank you so much for tuning in. Really appreciate those who tuned in on YouTube and Facebook. Thank you so much. And remember to tune in every Saturday at 4 p.m. for Youth Vibes on NPM Gospel Live Radio. Thank you to our producer, Charmaine, and our technical director, Bishop Waynell. Bless up.
Bye. And I don't need anger management.
He does. He can't even say it, but he does.